All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain speaking. Buckle up, get ready for takeoff. Today, we're flying into the territory of lying. Something I did on a recent live stream that I hosted. Yes, I lied. I told a whopper, told a couple of whoppers. Does it make it right? No. So the live stream I did just last night, it's already been deleted. I had to do it because I didn't want the lie to spread any further. So this video was kind of an apology in a way because I acted like a schoolboy. Let me explain. Okay, we started this live stream event last night, which I hosted, and by the third hour I was getting tired, hungry. This in no way excuses what I said. Absolutely not. But how can I explain what happened? I acted like a schoolboy, fell under peer pressure, and everything after 9 o'clock is total BS. I'm here to tell you, everything I said after 9 o'clock on that live stream was BS. I made the whole thing up. And was it right? No, it was wrong. I shouldn't have done it. And I acknowledge what I did. I take full responsibility. The buck stops here. I am responsible. I'm liable. What I said after 9 o'clock, all of it made up. Made up. Right? Totally. So you heard it from this guy. Was it wrong? Absolutely it was. 100% wrong. And I take full responsibility. I acknowledge it. I'm apologizing for what I said. I'm sorry if anybody got hurt. No one was named. But I made up some bullshit stories. So the first story that I made up, total bullshit, because I wanted to, I guess, impress the fans. I wanted to pretend that I was a bad boy, when in fact, I'm not a bad boy at all. And one guy commented, and he said, Jeremiah, you were so bad at lying, I rolled in laughter at it. He laughed at it. I was so bad at it. I'm like Pinocchio. If I lie, my nose gets bigger, see? I'm Pinocchio. So, yeah, I made the whole thing up. Make it like I had a criminal past. I don't. You can dig up my records. There is no criminal past. There's nothing. Did I appear in federal court? Yeah, for bankruptcy. That part is true. I did appear in federal court. Now, I was in the judge's chambers, but it's for Chapter 7 bankruptcy. There you go. That part is true. You'll find that out. You can't hide anything on the internet. So, again, yeah, it doesn't make it right. I admit it, and I take responsibility, and I want to say I'm sorry. Now that's done, I feel like a weight's been taken off because I'm manning up. Yeah. And one guy commented, Jeremiah, you could at least tell a better story. So your story was so bad and so awful. I laughed. He was rolling with laughter. And another guy said, Jeremiah, if you're going to bullshit people, get better at telling a story. I mean, you were so bad last night. It was so awful. I am a bad liar, a bad storyteller. Yeah, and after it was done, and I realized later on, I said, what did I do? Oh, shit. I effed up. I effed up so bad. And sometimes I think I'm harder on myself than any of you will ever be. It was so bad. I felt so bad that I thought about taking off again. I had nothing to live for. And what I did was so horrible. It was so horrible. I just couldn't live with myself. I can't. I still can't. I'm still struggling right now. So I guess I'm trying to make this video to try and take that weight off of me, confessing my sins and say, hey, look, this is what I did. But you know, when I look at historically, A lot of people do the same thing. 90% of your YouTube channels are BS. They do it for clicks, views, clickbait. You know all about that. And doesn't excuse what I did. The first story I made up was I tried to make out like I was a mobster, criminal. Made the whole thing up. All to impress. I acted like a schoolboy because there's 4 other guys in the chat room. We were having this conversation, and I thought, well, I know that the women like bad boys. So I tried to paint myself to be one. I'm not. Truth is, there's not a bad bone in my body. And if I try to lie like last night, I was obvious. The problem is, I'm obvious, right? If I do it, I am awful at telling stories. There's other people like Kenneth Copeland, Benny Hinn, Jim Baker, the Wolf of Wall Street himself, Jordan Belfort. They're good at it. There are guys out there that are professional liars, and you know they're doing it, and people still support them. Just laying that out there. Doesn't. And the other one I am guilty of, and guilty, is the military career. Now, yes, I was in the Air Force. I've got a uniform to prove it. I put that online. I got my brother to back me up on it. Yes, I was there, but I'm not a hero. It was 30 years ago. But the rest of it I made up. I was enlisted. I was never an officer. Now, tell me, how many young men out there have made up their military careers, exaggerated them to impress a young chick, some cute blonde? You mean to tell me you didn't exaggerate your military career or made up the fact you even had one? There's guys out there that make it up entirely. What for? To get the chicks. Guys do this a lot. And I acted like a schoolboy. Here I am, I'm 57 years old. I know better than to do something like that. Because I know I'll get called. I'm a bad liar. And last night on my live stream, I lied so bad, I embarrassed myself. I was so bad at it. And it doesn't excuse what I did. It was still wrong, and I take full responsibility, and I'm sorry that I did it. I'm sorry I acted like a schoolboy, because there's a lot of guys out there that do the same thing. Right? Now, I know who you are. A lot of guys who do the same thing I did last night. All to impress a chick, to get laid, to get the date with this cute blonde or brunette. Come on, guys, do it. I watched Three's Company growing up. Jack Tripper, Larry, his friend Larry. Oh, he did it all the time to try and impress a chick. And yet he was just a used car salesman. Men do this all the time, more often than you think, to make themselves look good. And I guess when the other guys were in there showing off their trophies, and I felt pressured. And I acted like a schoolboy. So, there you go. Everything after 9 o'clock was total BS. And I shouldn't have let it happen, but I did. And so I'm here to set this record straight. Yes, 100% BS. The buck stops with me. I take full responsibility. Now I want water. I want it to be water under the bridge. So whatever you're hearing from people is 100% true. I lied. I fell for it. I fell for temptation. I was tempted, and I fell under temptation. The temptation to stretch the truth was there. With eyeballs on me. You know, when you got 4 or 5 other guys, you're trying to impress the other guys, and you got 50 other people watching the live stream, I felt like I was under pressure to impress the audience, to paint myself in a more interesting light. Because I was at the grocery store, and I had one guy said, Jeremiah, your channel's kind of boring. You need to spice it up a little bit. I fell for it. I was an idiot. I fell for it. Last night, I fell for it. So I will be live streaming again. Only this time I'm going to keep the live streams to an hour or less. so I don't get tired. Because last night, come 9 o'clock, I was tired, I was hungry, my dinner was waiting on me, and all I could think about was my dinner. And I started rambling, and it's like saying things that I didn't mean to say. I mean, oh my God. I shouldn't have done it at all. But now that I've said it, it's done. I've acknowledged it, apologized for it. It's water under the bridge. But now I want to give you historical context of a lot of other people who lie all the time. Your politicians lie all the time. On both sides. All the time they lie. How about authors who write autobiographies? You really think they're all accurate? You really think they're not stretching the truth just to sell a book? Putting that out there. I'm just saying. You like the... Oh yeah, that looks good. So you really think they just... I guarantee they make stuff up. Why? To sell a book. Absolutely. So, doesn't excuse what I did. Doesn't excuse it at all. But I got to put this out there. I'm going to upload this video today. There will be no live stream tonight. I'm going to take a break. Besides, I used up all my live streaming hours. I have the free version of StreamYard, and I used it all up. If I'm going to live stream again, it'll be a couple of months because I have to win the lottery first so I can afford the pro version of StreamYard. Because I used up all my streaming hours. They give you so many, and after that, you got to pay. Yeah, it's the way it is. I love to live stream again, but if I do, this topic is water under the bridge. And there's going to be more to this video. Shot from my house. I'm going to show you some scenes from Charles in Charge. There's a character named Mr. Powell. And I did exactly what he did. The first episode was he was trying to impress Charles and Buddy, make himself out to be the Romeo, Casanova. Come on, guys do this all the time. And guys are guilty of this for peace leave. We're guilty of this because we're trying to impress the chicks. Now, last night, there may have been women watching. So maybe subconsciously I was trying to impress the chicks out there. I'm just like, that's what I did. Doesn't excuse it. I acted like a schoolboy. I fell for temptation. I'm flawed. I'm not perfect. I fell for it. What's done is done. Yeah, that video had to be taken down because I can't spread a lie. It was the right thing to do. I'm putting this video out there to tell you, yes, everything I said after 9 o'clock, bullshit. 100%. I acknowledge it. And I'm here to say I'm sorry for misleading anybody. I acted like a schoolboy. I'm a grown man. I will try to do better in the future. Will I make more mistakes? Probably. Look at this. When I come over here, you can see I'm not clean shaven. Come over here. You see how you might think someone uses filters? It's all lights. Look at the beautiful lake. I'm not on the road. Last time I did this, people got scared that I was going to get hit by a car. So again, I don't mean to repeat myself. We're up to 14 minutes. I don't know how long it's going to take this video upload because when I get back to the house, I'm going to show you a couple scenes from Charles in Charge. I'm going to show you what Mr. Powell did. It's no different from what I did. Guys exaggerate all the time, even their military careers. Some guys make up that they were in the military, all to get laid. That's a fact. Men do it a lot. A lot. And as far as historical context, most of your autobiographies out there are exaggerated lies. They sprinkle truth with lie. They have to sell the book. A lot of YouTubers, it's all clickbait. Think about it. So when you accuse me, oh, Jeremiah's bad, he's awful, blah, blah, blah. Look at most of your YouTubers. They're just as bad. They exaggerate things. And in a way, this is my first scandal that I invited. I brought it on. I can't promise it won't happen again. I better not make that promise. I'm flawed. Chances are I'm going to screw up again. When and where, I don't know. It's going to happen. It's inevitable. When you're on YouTube, and this is what scares me, because I got more followers, I feel more weight of the responsibility. Because everybody's watching everything I say and do. Everything. And so I have to be more careful in the future. Will I screw up again? Absolutely. So you want to stay glued to my channel, because you'll be waiting for when I make another mistake. We're waiting for Jeremiah to screw up again, because I will. I'm not perfect. Only the big guy up there is perfect. And I am far from it. What, you're going to... If I say I'm a Christian, and yet you see me at some beer festival, I don't drink. But just because I got seen at Oktoberfest, oh my God, but I didn't take a single drink. But you were there. There's brats, there's pretzels, sauerkraut, good-looking women. Of course I'm going to be at Oktoberfest or some other beer festival. Of course I will. All the women, all the good-looking girls turn out for that thing. Can't help it. I'm a guy. That's where the women are. So, yeah, I'm glad I made this video, because last night I was harder on myself. I almost, I had real thoughts of, you know what, of ending it. I'm not exaggerating that. You all know my history of just taking off, feeling, because there were times, the last night, I really felt I had nothing to live for. I really felt that really, really bad. That's why I'm making this video. I have to get it off my chest. I have to get it out there. I lied. I'm manning up. I lied. This is how it is. Everything said after 9 o'clock was a bold-faced lie. I acted like a schoolboy. I acted like a young college student trying to get laid, thinking there's some blonde chick who may be watching. I'm trying to make an impression. I let that get the better of me. Doesn't excuse it, but I let peace leave get the better of me. Because deep down, I think that's why I did it. It's all peace leave. That was on my mind. Eating my dinner, I said, I'm single, I'm alone, Valentine's Day is coming up. Man, I got to make an impression on some chick out there. There's some good-looking hot chick who may be watching this, and I gotta make an impression. When you got that on your mind, are you going to think straight? No, you will not. And I didn't. At least I admit it. So I'm going to put this video out there. We're going to show some scenes from Charles and Charles when I get back to the house. And what he did, oh man, he exaggerated his military career. Oh yeah, all to impress a chick. Twice he did that on Charles in Charge. Mr. Powell did that twice. Navy man. Oh, I'm not a Navy guy, but I'm just saying he's an older guy. He should know better. I'm 57. I should know better. I'm not a teenager, but I acted like one last night. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't get it. And I hope I don't do it again. I hope that it was my live stream. That's what's even sadder. It's like I was cornered by some journalist backing me into a corner. I hate to think what would happen if my channel were bigger. Now I worry every time about everything I say and do. My audience, when I had a small channel, I didn't care what I said. I just want to be carefree again. I hope my channel does get to 10K, but after that, because last night they said, do you want to be rich and famous? No, I don't. What happened last night is evidence. I'm not ready to be famous. I'd rather not. I'd rather be some small town dude. Yes, I'm flawed. Yes, I make mistakes. So I hope this lays this to rest. At least I'm manning up. I acknowledge what I did. I'm apologizing for what I did. Doesn't make it, well, man up. Most people wouldn't man up. Take responsibility. I'm doing that. Man, can you see me at all? Sunlight. Well, we're up to 20 minutes. This video's getting out too long. I got some scenes to show you from Charles in Charge that falls in line with what I'm talking about. Anybody who's ever watched Three's Company knows that Larry and Jack both exaggerate things to get laid. It's the truth. I'm no better than they are. I grew up watching that stuff, and yet last night I fell for it. I resorted back to my being a high school boy. I don't know how else to explain it. So I'm glad I'm still with you, and I hope that you continue to subscribe to my channel. I want to set things right, take responsibility for what I did. That's what I'm doing. Yes, owning up to it. Own it. I said it, own it. When you screw up online, and you will, other YouTubers out there are going to screw up just like I did. Own what you say. Don't try to scoot around the issue. I'm not scooting around it. I know what I said. I know what I did. The last hour of our live stream was completely bullshit. That's exactly correct. Doesn't excuse it. But now that I've made my public apology, doesn't excuse what I did in any way. I'm sorry I'm repeating myself. You like that, Lake? All right, we got to go because I got some scenes from Charles in Charge, which falls in line with what I'm saying. This has everything to do with what happened last night. I can't promise it won't happen again. I'm flawed. Will I screw up? Absolutely. At least own it. You say something online, own it. I feel like a celebrity now because my first online scandal. My first scandal that I brought on myself. So, yeah, what I did was wrong. And I don't, and people do this all the time. Politicians lie, celebrities lie. Guys do stupid shit like I did last night and I hope to impress a chick. Now you know. Like I said, we gotta go and we'll be back in a bit. People do this way more often than you think. Guys think they can impress a young lady by blowing up their military career or their corporate job or making out like they own the car lot when in fact he's just a car salesman, like Larry on Three's Company. So before you throw stones at me, there's plenty of guys out there who do the same thing and far worse than me. Far worse. They'll do anything to get laid. They'll do anything to get the chick. Some people do anything to land that corporate job or to get ahead, and a lot of YouTubers will do anything to get clicks and views. So if you think what I did was so horrible, just look at most of your YouTubers. They're no better, and I fell for it myself. I got caught up in the moment, and I'm sorry. And I'm sorry I acted like a schoolboy, but I can't even tell a decent lie. I can't even make it believable. I'm so bad at it. It's like, I had one guy comment, like I said, you could at least, if you're gonna bullshit, make it believable. He said, you were so terrible at it, and so obvious. He said, I rolled over laughing, laughed my head off. Well, I'm so glad you thought I was funny, and because I was such a bad liar, and because I don't have a bad bone in my body. I couldn't lie like that for long. I just can't. I'm bad at it. I suck at it. And last night was obvious. I suck so bad it was so obvious. And I don't blame you people for having hate comments towards me. Hate me all you want. Just remember, a lot of people do far worse than I did. So what I've seen terrible, there's people out there that they take it 10 times further than me. And they don't even own up to it. I'm owning up to it. Own what you say. If you're going to be on YouTube, own what you say. Own it. That's what I'm doing today. Owning it. I want to thank you all for watching, and I hope this lays to rest my teeny weeny little scandal that I brought on myself. I was curious, it's teeny weeny because with only 6,000 subs, yeah, it ain't much. The scandal surrounding Destiny and a few other people, oh my God. Oh my God. Way worse than mine. But like I said, I hope this lays everything to rest, sets the truth. Everything, like I said, I was acting like a schoolboy, and I will try to do better in the future. Will I make more mistakes? Absolutely. So you want to stay tuned to this channel for future mistakes, because I know I'm going to screw up again. I know I will. It's inevitable. It's just inevitable. Well, it's hard to say au revoir. So, au gratin. Oh no, au gratin, bye-bye. Oh, gratin, no, I'm going.